Milk Minute.
Good day, everyone. I am Mr. Jonel M. Madarang of Calang National High School, San Manuel District, a mathematics and research teacher. In English, we have learned in the elementary level the concept of cause and effect relationship. And we usually get the example, I got low scores in the test because I did not review my lesson. The cause is not reviewing the lesson, and the effect is getting low scores in the test. This one shows a consequence of a certain action. Same as true in statistics. We do analyze the relationship of a different data, and it is important for us to determine the cost and effect variables. But this time, it is called the dependent and independent variables. The independent variable is the cost, and the dependent variable is the effect. If we identify it properly, we can arrive at the correct output of the study. This is actually a crucial stage for all the beginners in research. In doing statistics, we can get a result even if we interchange the variables. But the big question now is it really the result we are looking for? This might already mislead and could give us problem in the future. Hence, it is very important for us to determine properly our variables in the researches we are conducting, to determine as well the proper statistical test to do and get the desired result. I hope that the simple reminder I gave you will be used as our learning progresses. Once again, good day everyone and enjoy listening.
Senior High School on Air.
Senior High School on Air. The frontline of quality and excellent learning.
Excellent learning. You have all the best of the best.
Best of the best of the best.
Magandang umaga, handa na ba kayong matuto?
Handa na po.
Reading and writing.
Pagbasa at pagsusuri ng teksto tungo sa pananaliksik.
Practical research 1.
English for academic and professional purposes.
Ability and statistics.
General Biology 2.
Disciplines and ideas in applied social sciences.
Cookery and more.
Senior High School, best of the best.
Best of the best of the best.
Good afternoon, young statisticians. Welcome to the Week 7 episode of Statistics and Probability. How has your day been going? I'm glad to have a meaningful session with you as we identify independent and independent variables. I am your radio teacher, Sir Jeremy Hilbaliga of Radyo Eskwela sa Isabela. Together, let us make learning productive and happy. Please be on your study post now. Let us all get involved and be ready. Cheer up, have your pens and notes ready, and always practice the prescribed health protocols for your own safety while learning. Last episode, we have discussed how to compute for the test statistics value of a population proportion. Do you still remember how to compute it? I bet you do, young statisticians. If so, let us have a 3-item quiz.
Tayo na sa Radyo Eskwela. Tayo na!
So, let us once read the following before going through with the answer. In case you missed, you still have time. Just compute the z-test statistics for population proportion in your notebook. Let us have the first item. The hypothesized value of the population proportion is 0.35. Sample size is 180. And sample proportion is 0.40. Number 2, the hypothesized value of the population proportion is 0.36. Sample size is 250. And sample proportion is 29%. Number 3, the hypothesized value of the population proportion is 0.65. Sample size is 200. And sample proportion is 78%.
Matuto gamit ang ating radyo at hangganat unawain aralin na ituturo. Patuloy ang edukasyon para sa ating henerasyon. Sa daan ng pagkatuto ay walang maiiwan. Kaya halina sa Radyo Eskwela.
And that's it. Now, let us check your answers. Number 1, the z-test statistics for population is 1.43. Yes, you're right, 1.43. Using the formula for z-test statistics for population proportion is equal to the sample proportion minus the population proportion over the square root of the population proportion multiplied by the difference of 1 and population proportion all over the sample size. Substituting it, we have 0.40 minus 0.35 over the square root of 0.35 multiplied by the difference of 1 and 0.35 all over 180. We got 1.43. For number 2, the z-test statistics for population proportion is negative 2.33. Lastly, the z-test statistics for population proportion is 3.82. And that concludes our 3-item quiz for today. I hope you got a high and even a perfect score on this. Keep it up because after some reminders, we will begin today's discussion.
Taho! Taho kayo dyan! Di makatulog sa gabi sa kaiisip, damdamin ko'y mayroong lungkot hanggang sa panaginip. Oh, Berto, di ka ba nakatulog kagabi? Hindi nga ho, Kuya Pekto. Dala ho siguro ng lungkot ng pag-iisa dito sa bahay. Di ho kasi makalabas dahil sa COVID-19. Hay. Berto, may 3 bagay na dapat kang tandaan para maiwasan ng lungkot sa mga ganitong sitwasyon. Una, alamin ang dahilan ng iyong kalungkutan. Pangalawa, maaaring ipabatid ang iyong nararanasan sa mga taong malalapit sa iyo. Nariyan ang internet para makausap mo sila. At ang pangatlo, ilaan mo ang iyong oras sa mga bagay na ikaw ay magiging abala. Hindi lang pisikal na kalusugan ang mahalaga, Perto, pati pang kaisipan rin. Tatandaan ko yan, Kuya Pekto. Maraming salamat sa payo. Isang paalala mula sa kagawaran ng edukasyon at ng himpilang ito.
Alright, my dear learners, and we are back. Oh, but before we begin discussing independent variable, let us check your readiness for this by answering the following exercise. The direction says determine whether the situation involves univariate or bivariate data.
Sa Radyo Eskwela. Tayo na!
Let us once read the following situation before going through with the answer. In case you missed, you still have time. Just write univariate or bivariate data in your notebook. Let us have the first situation. Situation number 1. A researcher look into salary or income and civil status of government employees. Situation number 2. A veterinarian listed the weight of a newborn puppies. Situation number 3. The school nurse recorded the age and the blood pressure of the teachers. For situation number 4, a vendor keeps track on how much ice candy they sell every day versus the daily temperature. Last situation, a STEM student surveyed grade 10 students on the number of hours spent in using cell phone in their previous grade.
Halina't matuto gamit ang ating radyo. Pakinggan at unawain, aralin na ituturo. Patuloy ang edukasyon para sa ating henerasyon. Sa daan ng pagkatuto ay walang maiiwan. Kaya halina sa Radyo Eskwela.
And that's it. Now, let us check your answers. For number 1, a researcher looked into salary or income and civil status of government employees. It is a bivariate data. Yes, you heard it right. It is bivariate data. Let us proceed to number 2. The veterinarian listed the weight of a newborn puppies is univariate data. I'll repeat for number 2. The veterinarian listed the weight of a newborn puppy is a univariate data. Number 3. The school nurse recorded the age and the blood pressure of the teachers is a bivariate data. For number 4, a vendor keeps track on how much ice candy they sell every day versus the daily temperature is bivariate data. And lastly, a STEM students surveyed grade 10 students on the number of hours spent in using cell phone in their previous grade is a bivariate data. Alright, that concludes your activity. Did you get all the item right? Congratulations then!
Halina't matuto gamit ang ating radyo. Pakinggan at unawain, aralin na ituturo. Patuloy ang edukasyon para sa ating henerasyon. Sa daan ng pagkatuto ay walang maiiwan. Kaya halina sa Radyo Eskwela.
When we are examining bivariate data, the two variables could depend on each other, and one variable could influence another. You become familiar with the bivariate data. Bivariate data always involves two variables. One of the variable is a dependent variable, and the other one is the independent variable.
Tayo na sa Radyo Eskwela. Tayo na!
What is the difference between the two variables? Dependent variable depends on other variables or factors. It is something that influenced and affected. It is also associated with the word effect or outcome. Independent variable affects the dependent variable. It is something you can control over, one which you can choose and manipulate. However, in some cases, you may not be able to manipulate the independent variable. It is commonly known as the cause or the reason behind changes. For example, the researcher wants to determine the effect of use of social media in academic performance of students in mathematics. The bivariate data in this study are use of social media and academic performance. The academic performance depends on the use of social media, or we can say that academic performance is affected by the use of social media. Therefore, independent variable here is the use of social media, and the dependent variable is the academic performance. Independent variable happens first, and the dependent variable is the result of the independent variable. Did you get it? I'll repeat, independent variable happens first, and the dependent variable is the result of the independent variable.
Matuto gamit ang ating radyo, pakinggan at unawain, aralin na ituturo. Patuloy ang edukasyon para sa ating henerasyon. Sa daan ng pagkatuto ay walang maiiwan. Kaya halina sa Radyo Eskwela.
In our second example, identify the dependent and independent variable in the next statement. Taking a nap in the afternoon makes people more relaxed and least irritable for the rest of the day. If you want to be more relaxed and less irritable, it depends on the number of hours you take a nap in the afternoon. I'll repeat, taking a nap in the afternoon makes people more relaxed and less irritable for the rest of the day. If you want to be more relaxed and less irritable, it depends on the number of hours you take a nap in the afternoon. So, the dependent variable is the hours taking a nap in the afternoon, while our independent variable is more relaxed and less irritable. I'll repeat, for this situation, our dependent variable is the hours taking a nap in the afternoon, while our independent variable is becoming more relaxed and less irritable.
Sa Radyo Eskwela. Tayo na!
Now, let's proceed with another situation based on the research title Math App or Math Tricks, or Improving Fundamental Basic Skills and Attention of Grade 11 Students of Mapala Integrated High School. I'll repeat, Math App or Math Tricks, or Improving Fundamental Basic Skills and Attention of Grade 11 Students of Mapala Integrated High School. Increasing or improving your fundamental basic skills and attention depends on how you frequently practice or use the math app called Math Tricks. If we are going to analyze, our dependent variable is the frequency of using the math app called Math Tricks, and the independent variable is improving the fundamental basic skills and retention. I'll repeat, if we analyze, our dependent variable is the frequency of using math app that we call Math Tricks, and the independent variable is improving the fundamental basic skills and retention. Let's proceed for the last example. Identify the independent variable in the given research title. For example, Math Minute and peer tutoring in raising the level of students' mastery in solving basic operations of integers. I'll repeat, Math Minute and peer tutoring in raising the level of students' mastery in solving basic operations of integers. Well, the independent variable is the Math Minute and peer tutoring, while the dependent variable is the student's mastery in solving basic operation of integers. I'll repeat, the independent variable is the math minute and peer tutoring, while the dependent variable is the student's mastery in solving basic operation of integers. Did you get it? I bet you do. Congratulations!
At matuto gamit ang ating radyo. Pakinggan at unawain, aralin na ituturo. Patuloy ang edukasyon para sa ating henerasyon. Sa daan ng pagkatuto ay walang maiiwan. Kaya halina sa Radyo Eskwela.
Okay, that's good. And that ends our discussion. Today, you learned how to compare the dependent and independent variable and identify the dependent and independent variable through a given statement. Again, what is the difference between the two variables? That's right, dependent variable depends on the other variables or factors. It is something that influence and affect it. It is also associated with the word effect or outcome. On the other hand, independent variable affects the dependent variable. It is something you can control over, one which you can choose and manipulate. However, remember, in some cases, you may not be able to manipulate the independent variable. It is commonly known as the cause or the reason behind changes. So I guess it means that you are now ready to take the next challenge. Now, it is your time to shine to show what you have mastered for today's discussion. Hold your pen tight, secure your notebooks, and get ready for a short quiz after some of these reminders.
Gusto ko nang mag-aral, gusto ko nang bumalik sa paaralan. Ngunit paano ang gagawin kung may virus pa rin? Manatili sa inyong tahanan, wag na wag pairalin ang sariling karunungan. Magtiwala sa batas ng inyong bansa at nang ikaw ay hindi nawawala. Ha? Gusto ko nang lumabas, pero ay bawal pala ikaw lumabas. Bawal lumabas, bawal lumabas, bawal lumabas, bawal lumabas. Manatili sa iyong tahanan para ikaw ay ligtas. Ang kagawaran ng edukasyon ay naghahanda na para sa ligtas na pagbubukas ng klase. Mga mag-aaral, kahit nasa tahanan lamang, ang edukasyon ay maihahatid ng may kaligtasan. Isang paalala mula sa kagawaran ng edukasyon at sa himpilang ito.
And we are back! I know you're ready for a simple battle of learning. Listen attentively to the problem. Here we go.
Sa Radyo Eskwela. Tayo na!
So, let's start with the first item. Organizational commitment and teaching performance of elementary teachers in Rizal. I'll repeat. Organizational commitment and teaching performance of elementary teachers in Rizal. Number 2. Conceptual, interpersonal, and technical skills of bank managers. Their relationship to operational efficiency. I'll repeat for number 2. Conceptual, interpersonal, and technical skills of bank managers. Their relationship to operational efficiency. For number 3, increasing mathematics achievement through contextualized and localized materials. I'll repeat. Increasing mathematics achievement through contextualized and localized materials. Let us move to the fourth item. Impact of blended learning on students' achievement in social studies. I'll repeat. Impact of blended learning on students' achievement in social studies. And for the last and the fifth item, effectiveness of exposing students to classic music and reading comprehension. I'll repeat, effectiveness of exposing students to classical music and reading comprehension. Did you get it? Okay, may we give a clap to ourselves, dear young statisticians.
Halina't matuto, gamit ang ating radyo. Pakinggan at unawain, aralin na ituturo. Patuloy ang edukasyon para sa ating henerasyon. Sa daan ng pagkatuto ay walang maiiwan. Kaya halina sa Radyo Eskwela.
According to Kaman Kajuri, it is not enough that you look for him. You must hunt God each and every day as if your life depends on it. Because it does. That ends the challenge today. I know you have done your best to grasp the last one and all the steps involved. Your answers will be checked by your teacher when you submit your output. So don't forget to drop it on a designated place in your barangay hall. If you have any questions regarding today's lesson, feel free to message your subject teacher in statistics and probability. For sure, they will be glad to assist you. Together, let us make this distance learning distance to ignorance. On behalf of our scriptwriter, Ma'am Clarissa Jane L. Metro, and the whole RBI production team, I am your radio teacher, Sir Jeremy Tamayo Hilbaliga. Goodbye everyone, and God bless.
Halina't matuto, gamit ang ating radyo. Pakinggan at unawain, aralin na ituturo. Patuloy ang edukasyon para sa ating henerasyon. Sa daan ng pagkatuto ay walang maiiwan. Kaya halina sa Radyo Eskwela.
Patuloy ang edukasyon para sa ating henerasyon.
Sa daan ng pagkatuto ay walang may iwan.
Kaya halina sa Radyo Eskwela!